Hi everyone, welcome back. If you've been following the channel, you might have seen that I've made a few videos about this NotebookLM extension before. But over time, it's received a lot of really interesting updates. So I thought it would make more sense to create a new updated tutorial and walk through everything again from the beginning. In this video, I'll show you how I actually use NotebookLM Tools now and go through all the key features in the latest version. All right, let's start with how I organize my notebooks. This is basically the foundation of everything I do in NotebookLM. So this is how I currently organize everything. It's where I keep all my work from study materials to content ideas. For example, this one is for AI-related content. This one is for economic topics. And this one is for my Japanese study. Instead of putting everything in one place, I like to separate things based on what I'm working on. That way, everything stays clean and easy to manage. Now let me create a new notebook for something I'm working on. I'll just click here. And this opens a modal where I can enter the notebook title. I'll call this YouTube Video Ideas. Hit Create, and now it's ready. And this isn't the only way to create a notebook. I'll show you another way later when we start adding sources. And right after creating it, it takes me directly into the notebook. If I want to make it more specific, I can just rename it right here. I'll click on this edit icon and update it to something like YouTube AI Video Ideas. And as you can see, the name updates instantly here. This just makes everything easier to manage over time. You can also rename it from the main notebook list, but I usually do it here while I'm already inside. Now I'll go back. And here you can see all your notebooks again, including the new one we just created. This is basically where I manage everything. From here, I can quickly go through all my notebooks. And if there's anything I don't need anymore, I can just click on the trash icon here. It'll show a confirmation dialog, but I'm just going to cancel it for now since I still need it. Now, another thing I use a lot here is switching between different views. But if I switch over to grid view, it gives you a more visual overview of your notebooks, so you can quickly recognize things at a glance. This is especially useful when you just want to browse, instead of going through a lot of detailed information. Personally, I prefer the list view, because I can quickly scan everything. And once you get used to this view, you can actually manage your notebooks much more efficiently from here. For example, I can sort my notebooks depending on what I need. So I can sort them by sources, tags, titles, which is really helpful when I already know what I'm looking for and just want to find it quickly. But once you start having more notebooks, sorting alone isn't always enough. And that's where search becomes really useful. For example, I can type something like AI in the title and instantly narrow things down to notebooks related to AI. Or I can search by tags as well. For example, even typing something like AL will match tags like algorithm. So even partial matches work really well. And I can combine that with title search too. So I'm filtering by both at the same time, which makes it much easier to narrow things down to exactly what I'm looking for. And if I want to narrow things down even further, I can filter by tags. For example, I'll start with AI, and then quickly add NASA right after. And now it's only showing notebooks that match both. So it goes from something broad to really specific, super quickly. And I can still search the same way in grid view. For example, I'll type Git and narrow things down right away. Then I can refine it further with tags, like adding AI and Nihongo. And now it's very specific. And if I remove AI, it updates instantly, so I can quickly adjust everything as I go. It's really flexible, depending on what I need at the moment. And on top of that, there are a few small details here that are actually really helpful. For example, I can quickly see my role in each notebook. If I'm the owner, it means I created it. And if I'm an editor, it means someone shared it with me, and I can still make changes. I can also see how many sources each notebook has. And it's color-coded as well, so I can quickly tell which ones have more content. And right here, I get a quick overview of what's inside each notebook, like how many folders it has, and how many studio items have been created. Things like flashcards, audio overviews, reports, study guides, and more. So I don't even need to open it to get a sense of what's in there, which means all of these small details make it really easy to understand everything at a glance. Grid view is great for browsing, but when things start to scale, I usually switch back to list view, so I can go through everything more quickly and systematically. And when you start having more notebooks, pagination becomes really useful. I can also control how many notebooks are shown per page. For example, I can set it to 10, which gives me a more focused view. Or I can go up to 100, or keep it at 50, or even 30. And I'll set it to 20 for now, which gives me a nice balance. I can see more at once, without things feeling too crowded. And once I find something I want to work on, I can just click on this Notebook LM button here, and it takes me straight into that notebook in Notebook LM. No extra steps, I can immediately start working on it. So this whole setup isn't just about organizing notebooks. It's really about how quickly I can go from having everything structured to actually getting work done in Notebook LM. And that's why organizing notebooks properly makes such a big difference. It's not just cleaner, it makes the whole workflow faster. You can find what you need, understand your workspace at a glance, and jump straight into Notebook LM when you're ready to work. So that's it for this part. I'll cover the next feature in the next video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.